This podcast is sponsored by Dollar and Eyewear. Activate your alter ego with Dollar and Eyewear and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. Shop DollarandEyewear.com. Tell them Demetrius Lee and Angela Lee in the Lee Life Experience Podcast sent you. Thank you.
Hi, welcome to this episode of the Lee Life Experience Podcast. Demetrius and I would like to take the opportunity to thank you for being able to subscribe and follow us on all your streaming platforms. We are also available on YouTube if you want to be able to see us instead of just hearing the audio. And remember, you can get your questions heard or your topics discussed by texting 833-370-1608 and put relationship in the comment. By doing so, you get on our VIP list to know of any updates when a new episode drop or being able to stay abreast if we come to a city near you. Demetrius, how are you doing today?
I love it, honey bunch.
Awesome. Do you also want to talk about an episode that you have coming up?
Yeah. I got the episode coming up called Come Clean Sunday. You know, I'm building content right now. Got people coming in, you know, telling their darkest secrets, you know, what happened in the past 20 years ago, 30 years. A couple of people gonna say something recently. Hey, I say, come clean Sunday. So if you got something on your chest and you want to release it, just come clean your conscience clean. Just get right with God. You want to clean yourself out? hey, just text 833-370-1608 and the comment, test clean. Test clean. And let me know what you want to talk about. And I'll get back to you. Hey, you can voice your opinion. You ain't got to show your face. You ain't got to show your name. Me ain't counting no names anyway, but you just test clean and I'll get back to you.
All right, sounds great. Listen, you all, again, we want to show our appreciation and thank you. Thank you for joining us. And when we had a Facebook raffle about giving somebody $25, oh, that went amazing. And we highly appreciate it. And listen, if you're not subscribed to us on our Facebook page, being able to follow us and let you know when we host a raffle, we give out some good prizes. So, and with the inflation, with gas and groceries going up, I think this will be an opportunity. I can use an extra $25. Demetrius, can you use an extra $25?
Oh yeah, hey, $25 take me a long way. What I'm riding there, the folks, it take me a long way.
All right, listen, we have a submission of an email.
Hold on. So you got an email, a new email today?
I did.
Okay, I ain't gonna cut you off. You know, we ain't talk about that, but thank you for bringing it to my attention. Yeah, tell me about the email. I want to know who emailed today.
This is a little different. You know, normally we've been getting females, but this time it's a male. This is coming out of Miami, Florida. His name is Terrence. He's 42 years old. He said, "Hi, I just recently got released from prison, and I just being, acclimated back to the real world, and he's in a relationship with a young lady." He said his issue is he having friends. He didn't put how long he had been incarcerated, but we can imagine, you getting out there, you welcome back to the world. However, anytime you've been confined and you going back to the world, you got some unfinished business that you want to go to, you want to go see your people. But this young lady, she is holding him hostage. He was like, he cannot go anywhere. She's constantly, calling, texting his phone. He can't go visit his friends, can't hang out. What would be your take of a woman who's so possessive?
I ain't got one rule for that woman. A man who do that. Controlling.
Oh, wow.
Controlling. Or possessive.
Oh, it's definitely possessive.
Yes.
So what would your advice be? Because he was like, she really is a good girl. He said, but those are the issues that she do not like for him to go anywhere. They always together, they already living together, but he want to go and visit friends and have free time. What is your advice about that?
Well, the first time I tell him, hey man, you need to ask that lady, ask her, she got low self-esteem problem, one thing, but something else going on besides him. Who she been in a relationship prior to him? Cause it sounds like something happened, in another relationship. So she ain't trustworthy of a man right now. That's what it sounds like to me. He need to talk to her and get her background, like see where she come from. I mean, I know he know where she came from, but who are people that I mean, what happened in a past relationship? Maybe happened to her mama or dad, cause it's something affecting a woman act like that. I just can't believe a lady will be. I have men do it a lot, but I ain't never heard too many women doing it. But yeah, they can do it, but that's kind of bizarre. When I would say talk to her, you need to talk to her, conversate with her, and ask her what been going on in her life in the past. Like, cause maybe some dude she was with, maybe you know, he stepped out on her. Committed. I mean, I say when I don't know if she married or not. Maybe he cheated on her. Maybe when the last dude she had, he went out and he flirted with women. That can be a number of things. I can't. I'm thinking now. You caught me off guard with that one because I was thinking you gonna say something about a woman. I ain't know a man ain't gonna say that to you. But yeah, that's what I would say. He need to talk to her and let her tell her background and let her be honest with him, and he can see why she act and think that way, acting like that. Man, the man that came out of prison, I know he don't want to get back in another prison. Go ahead, hey man.
Now you just said something. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, my take on it from a woman, and I'm saying it because sometimes, when I'm saying sometimes, I remember when I was younger. When I was younger, I did have those kind of issues. I was going through phones, I was cracking codes. I had to know going, ordering.
Hold on. Was I one of them guys you cracking codes on?
Yep, I did.
Oh my God. Go
Yes, I
ahead.
did. Yes, I did. I cracked the code to your cell phone. I cracked the code to going through, you know, um, the detail phone bill. But I was younger, and from my standpoint, in my experience, and when I did self discovery, that's why I push and advocate for you to do a self evaluation. If you do a self evaluation, learning what your triggers are, learning what traumatically happened to you. I talked about it before about that molestation at 13. I didn't know I was still dealing with those issues on into my adulthood. I didn't know anything about seeking therapy. Those are the things that people endure, and it's not highly talked about in my community. I can't speak for all Black communities, but in my neighborhood, I didn't know anything about a counselor. I knew a counselor at school, but I just assumed, that was for schoolwork. But when you are facing and you doing it was coming from low self-esteem from me. Only until when I got to California in 2016, that was my eye-opening moment. There was an opportunity I had to get a chance. I didn't know anybody, nobody knew me, and I had the opportunity to get closer to God, and that's really when I went and started seeking His face. When God started revealing, letting me meet people and being able, I didn't have my own identity. Demetrius, you and I had been together like so long in the pivotal years. That's why when I see young girls that's dating older men or young girls that's in a long term relationship, they have what they call codependency issues. Codependency issues meaning you cannot make an ID, you cannot make a logic decision without somebody else co-signing because you always need somebody approval and permission to do it. When I no longer had access to you or access to anybody, then I had to be able to trust my gut instinct. Whatever decision I was going to make, it was going to be 100% on Angie. The good, the bad, or the ugly. The consequences I was going to have to suffer. So when I see and hear of situations such as Terrence, it makes me want to know, young lady, what has happened to you that you have faced. Maybe she have faced abandonment issues. Some people can't take rejection. They hold on so tight because they don't want nothing to go. I would also say, do you have heart issues? Demetrius know that when, only until I seen a episode and I started seeing a therapist, she said, Angie, if your husband complain about you being a hoarder, then Angie, those are issues that you hate to let something go. You hold on to it too long. So when she said that, she told me to go and research harder on YouTube. When I seen it, I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm not that bad. I don't have things like, piled up for years and years and years. But just because I didn't have one item, I had like papers. I was just addicted to the information. I never wanted to let go. So Demetrius, that would be, and I feel like she need to go to counseling. If he feel like the relationship, Terrence, if you feel like the relationship is worth keeping, usher her to the nearest counseling session. You all don't be afraid to pay money. Investing in your mental health is priceless. It's so many people who are losing their mind. It's so many people who are unstable that if you can get just the right person to be able to tell you or help you navigate through life, or being able to get medicine if you need it because you have an anxiety, you don't have the right coping mechanism, get somebody who help. Shout out to my therapist, Debrica. I appreciate her.
Excuse me. Yeah, I sound like what you saying here. The young lady got a, like I was
Insecure
saying,
problem, insecurity.
yeah, she needs some help because something gonna happen. Like you said, something in your past, some trigger stuff like that. And when that dude Terrence, when he going somewhere, like I say, I don't know. Maybe her daddy did a mama like that. Maybe her, her last boyfriend, but somehow. And I know a lot of people listen to the podcast thinking, I know a lot of women and dudes like that too, man. Same thing with men. I'm gonna talk about them in a minute too. So you brought that up, but yeah, something happened to that long lady and it's affecting her right now. But see, she gotta identify that. She probably did nothing wrong, but something is wrong for you to think that way about a person. Unless this person actually, you caught him in the act, because I go places, you go places, but I'm not doing that. But if your brain telling you that something wrong, and you need to go get help, talk to somebody about that. That it can be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I say, Honey Bunch. How you feel about what I say?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Being able to save a relationship, you get to a point that you know how to navigate through life. And like I said, it took for me to do some soul searching. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight, but having a third party to, when I'm saying a third party, I'm talking about a counselor,
Yeah,
somebody you trust to be a mediator, to be in there to help you identify that these things you're going wrong. Like I said, if I had never went to a spiritual retreat, I thought my way was the right way. I wasn't talking to anybody, and you only know what people tell you. But when you start exploring, you do like a brain dump. And I talk about this in my business classes. When you have a brain dump, that means you overload all them ideas out your head. You can only do one, just like you told me. But this morning when we talked on the phone, Angie, you talented in so many areas, but stick with one thing and see it through, then go to something else. But
that's
you got
right.
all these things open, and the therapist said, Angie, you trying to cook, and you cooking. You got four eyes, and you got everything on the stove, and you got all of them cooking on high. Which one gonna burn first? Because you got everything on the stove at the same temperature. That means you're not able to focus on one till it get prepared. And when she did that revelation to me, Demetrius, that is what's my eye opener. I was like, oh, you know what? She right. You can't go into another relationship when you still got it on the eye. And you still waiting, and you're trying to wait it out and see, okay, maybe I'm gonna hold on to Terrence, but I really want George. But Sam look good too. Sam the one that's giving me money, and it's beneficial for you to keep all of them. After a while, you'll have to be able to sit down and being able to be at that crossroad. But that being at that crossroad is detrimental for your health. You're not gonna get anywhere until you learn to say, I believe Terrence can be able to help me, even though he just got out of
Hold on, you kind of confuse. Hold on, stop. You confuse me. What you saying? She got some insecurities about him. But what you saying about? I mean, what you would tell Terrence about the girl? What you trying to say about her?
I'm telling Terrence that dealing with issues from prior relationships, and if she
Yeah, that's
holding
what I think.
on,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
If she holding on to it because of what these other people on the eye, your stove eyes, you have four, and she got all these other issues that was never resolved, so she can take them and remove them off her stovetop, which means her mind. She remember what Sam did. She remember what George did. She remember what
Damn. Man,
Melvin did.
I've been meaning that girl had, man. Come on now.
No, I'm not saying that.
I didn't say I'm just cracking joke. That's what
I'm
you
not
said
saying
that.
that. I'm not saying
You
that
sound like DMX. What the girl want from her. I can't say that.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not necessarily saying she's involved with them now,
I'm
but
just saying,
Demetrius,
yeah.
what somebody did to you, it has you hostage. It has you hostage. Like I said, when we talked about that episode on traumatic events, it had me hostage that I could not properly allow you to love me. When it came to being intimacy, I had to learn to do that. Not when somebody already done came and violated me. So then as I grew up, I thought it had to be an exchange because my childhood was robbed. And then I grew up thinking, okay, he doing this for me. He wanting something. And I thought the cheapest exchange, since I didn't have money to give, was my body. So I'm saying the same thing that's with Terrence. What he's dealing with is not because of Terrence. When you are talking to somebody or you entering a relationship, you taking out their old baggage too.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm going with it.
Yeah, that's old baggage. And because of that, but if you love me enough, if you think I'm valuable enough, and you want to be able to work it out, then somebody has to take the leader in that relationship and being able to say, hey, Angie, you need to go to the doctor. Hey, Angie, I got us a counselor. So being able to make those logical decisions and saying, hey, I need help. That's the biggest thing. Hi, welcome back to the Lead Life Experience Podcast. So, Demetrius, this episode we was talking about Terrence. Now, I would love to hear um your from your experience. If the roles were reversed, what if I am a woman and I'm having a situation like Terrence? That it's some I done met some women as well that they man won't let them go anywhere. They can't, they calling them constant. They cannot go and like just hang out with friends. The insecurities are definitely there. Those are, that's always going to be my answer. Insecurities, self-evaluation goes in the same sentence. So Demetrius, what would you say?
Make sure I understand you correctly. You asking me if a man was doing a woman like Terrence, woman doing him, but the reverse the other way.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. She got a
Yeah.
man. Her man is very jealous. She
Oh
can't
man.
wear certain things. She can't go places. She don't have any autonomy, meaning she don't have any uh, issues. None of her decisions are just hers. She has to be codependent to him because he won't allow her to think independently.
Before I go to that story, I'm gonna tell you something I seen in the grocery store today.
Yeah.
It kind of puzzled me. So we talking about Terrence now. I saw this gentleman. He was in a wheelchair, and he rolled into the store, and his wife had the buggy pushing it because he was all over the place. But he kept coming to his wife, and I don't know what her name was. He kept telling her, "Hey, you're moving too fast. You're getting ahead of me now. You need to stay if I can get to you." But the way he was saying it, he was too aggressive with the woman. I'm like she was scared of him. He was just, he scared me. Cause the way he was talking to, but he's in a wheelchair now. So I think he lost it. He can't. I can tell he can't walk no more. I can tell that. He might be paralyzed. But he was still controlling that woman while she's in the grocery store. Every aisle she went on, and she was just shopping. But he kept coming. Hey, didn't I tell you stay here? But she wasn't saying nothing. She was just quiet. You know, like that's the way he is. So I'm not gonna say nothing to him. So she just went on by her business. But that was controlling to me. He was trying to control that woman, make him go where she wanted to go. He got when she didn't sit still, so he go to her aisle and come back. He got mad at her, but of course she didn't pay attention to him because she kept doing what she wanted to do. So now that's what I just want to tell you that because it kind of fit the description we talking about. Terrence talking about, but this flip with a man doing it, and this man, like I say, he was serious. But now I'm gonna go to the if a man.
Hold on, let me interject there
Okay.
before you change it to course. When you see somebody with a disability and you still have a controlling behavior, but that's deeper. He probably was like that prior to. But when you have lost your ability to care for your
Yeah.
own and you need somebody, that's when you ought to look at a self-evaluation. Because if that man realized this woman can leave, then you're really gonna be by yourself.
He was in
And
his 60s, and she was. They're about 60 years old. I mean, the early 60s. I can tell that much.
well, I have met him. I see him in the hospital too. Talking with derogatory talk. But you done tore this lady's self-esteem down so bad. She don't know how to operate on her own, and she have made herself adjust to that kind of temperature. Demetrius, no way. Like I told you, sometimes when you talk aggressive, I have to let you know, because I have been by myself, because I have independence, because I know the difference. I'm not gonna allow myself to stay in something that I know I do not have to take you talking to me in aggressive tones. So being able to bring it to that person's attention. Some people change and some people won't. But if they don't change, you have to make a logical decision to say, hey, my life is better, but my peace is more important, and go on. All right, Demetrius, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you had the question. I'm going to go back to the good answer you said. I'm going to go to the question you asked me.
Yeah.
If you got a man doing that, I mean, man or woman, but I'm going to go to man. That can be dangerous.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, because you got men thinking they woman cheating on them and going places, meeting people. Man think all kind of stuff. Then they get around friends. I'm going to tell you what mess a man up. A mess a woman too. Let's go both ways. You get around your friend. Say one of your friends got a relationship problem. If you ain't got enough sense to realize what he's talking about, that's his problem. That ain't your problem. You'll take that home. My woman probably do the same thing. He might say, man, my old lady always going out at nighttime, going to the store. Late at night, since the time, she's been in the room on the phone, talking with the door shut. And dude say, hey, my wife do the same thing. That don't mean your wife on the phone doing some shit I've been doing, you know what I'm saying? So you can't get caught in that, but a man do that, he dangerous. He's dangerous. Because eventually you're going to turn to some, his mind going to start telling you doing something. Then going to start following you around in the car. And you might
putting trackers on your car, trackers on your phone.
Oh, yeah, doing that. Hey, got a PI following you around, depending on what kind of money the man got. So a woman, I'm telling y'all women, y'all got men like that. Y'all think that stuff cute. Y'all playing around with the man. Oh, he love me. He jealous. I'm making me. No, that dude dangerous. And especially that joke started crying. You see a man crying, it's time to go. A man don't want to cry. I cry at a funeral when his mama died or something, his daddy, a kid. He crying about you. And you think that's cute. Your life is in danger. So I know I see women play with men like that. And they ain't doing that. They really ain't. But they get a kick out of it to see him chasing that what he get. He think I'm doing it because she think he's doing it. So she gonna make him think she doing something to mess with him. But that's dangerous. That's dangerous, honey bun.
Oh yeah.
So go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna add to that. It's very dangerous. And I'm saying it because I played with it. I played with it when, as we was coming up, that we should have, when abuse started happening, Dimitri, we should have just separated. We should have not been at a point to continue to going on, because long as I stayed, you didn't know it was wrong. You kept doing those particular things. And when for people to know that what they're doing is wrong, or for them to realize, hey, how valuable you is, I've been heard, it's a quote, but it's true. If people don't appreciate your presence, show them your absence. That goes for business, that goes for a job, that goes for friendship. I'm just not doing it. And I guess, again, this my older Angie talking. Then I thought I had to run with people. I thought I had to be, associated. But, when you look back on it, Dimitri's like, but what is it that Terrence want? What is it that Tara want? Is it worth us merging together and being able to see now you and I do a lot better communicating and listening to you all. It's always room for improvement. It's no perfect relationship out there. You both, they just have to have a mindset to say you want to work more, you want to make it work. All right, Demetrius.
Yeah, I want to say, if you're a man, listen to me talk right now, and you feel about your old lady, you think something wrong, she doing stuff, or you think that Maybe she's stealing from you. Anything. If you're thinking like that, and she ain't gave you no reason to think that way, it's just your mind telling you that. Look back at your future. Not your future, you know what I'm saying? I got me wrong. Look back at your past. Something happened to you make you think like that. Maybe your last relationship, maybe your mom and daddy, maybe one of your friends around. But you need to get that. You need to go talk to somebody. If people out there to talk to you that you got these things going in your head running, they can get it out there, get it out your head, get you to talk about it. They may make your relationship better.
Mm-hmm.
Cause ain't no woman gonna stay with no man. Eventually, somebody gonna say he gonna hurt you. She gonna leave you eventually.
Yeah.
I go for a woman too. I mean, got you, man, a woman around me talking no crazy talk like that. Like I'm going with women. I ain't doing that. Baby, I ain't doing that. She keep on saying that. First thing I'm gonna think she gonna hurt me eventually, cause she think I'm doing her mind, telling her I'm playing game with her, and she helping me. She spending the money with me. She gonna get violent eventually. So my best bet, I'm gonna try to ease out of that best way I can. So I'm telling y'all women, don't play with no man like that. That ain't funny. I'm telling you. And a man, I'm telling you, man, go get you some help. Something wrong with you. You might say, that man what he talking about. I'm telling you. If you thinking your wife is doing all this stuff, or you thinking she's stealing from you, or you thinking she whatever you thinking about her, it come from somewhere. And she ain't gave you no reason for it now. She gave you a reason that's something different. But you assume that because it looked like some of your friend told his girlfriend doing, something might be wrong with him too. Get you some help, man. I'm telling you. But you get yourself in trouble now. I bet you go to the prison, talk to a lot of dudes in prison. They'll tell you the same thing. They wish they would have got some help. Or whoever that devil, you got the devil and the angel on both ears. You got one on one ear, and the devil telling you, devil telling you, hey, man, she cheating on you, man. You better go ahead now. I'm telling you, man, go and do what you got to do to her. The angel will tell you, hey, man, she ain't doing that, man. Calm down, man. Go on, let the woman go to work. She at work. Don't be around by the woman's job. Hey, that's it, honey bunch.
I mean, it's true. I think when we come back, we're gonna add, what you said something powerful when you said money, because I feel like right now, it's been going on for the hands of times with inflation, with these prices, and some might have on their mindset, let's do something a little strange for a little change, and you're not realizing what you're doing to your life. And I think I'm a good person to talk about it, because when you taking money, only until you told me, Angie, when you taking a man money, it's not his all. So we'll pick up that when we come back.
Well, I'm gonna add to that too. When I'm talking about the man, look at it, man. I ain't saying you doing it. I know y'all listen to this podcast. A lot of men think they woman cheating on them and doing stuff because they doing it. Their conscience bottom. That's where it's coming from. Yeah, I mean, can we pass? Because I've been there. I'm telling you now, I have been there. I was cheating on my girlfriend. First thing I think she doing it. She'll tell me, say, "Oh, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back." But when I told her I'm going to store it back, I'm going to do something. Get on the telephone. So first thing I think, that's what she going to do on the telephone. She might really be going to the store. She telling me she going out of town with a girlfriend. See a concert. Hey, when I say that, I'm going out of town with the boy, go see a concert. Hell, really, I was going to the hotel, meet a woman. I wasn't going. I just told a lie. So so my woman told me that. First thing I think she doing it. I'm gonna tell you what men be doing. I'm saying, and they know what I'm talking about. But that's what killing you. If you sit down, clear your conscience, quit doing stuff, you won't think your woman doing stuff behind your back. You won't be feeling the way. So that girl with Tara dealing with made me think, maybe she doing something. Think the man going somewhere. Like she must be doing something. That's why she think he up to something, because she up to something. I'm going to say that happen too many times. I have been on both ends of it. So I ain't telling you nothing that I think. I tell you what I know. That's what I want to add. I know we're going to finish up some more, but I had to slide that in there. Excuse me, man. I hate to do it. I know you listen to me. Hey, I ain't breaking no man code, man. I'm trying to help y'all fellas,
yes,
man.
you are.
No, I'm just telling them, dude. And you start doing what you're doing, you won't think your woman doing that. That's like somebody stealing. Somebody accuse you of stealing. You stole my money out of my porch, out my car. I had $20. You stole my money. And you might have stole nothing. But make me telling you why they're saying that, Because they're going to throw somebody caught $20 like you did it. That's where they're coming from. 9 out of 10, they ain't always right now. But 9 out of 10, they're going to do something similar to that, so they think you did it. But the whole time, you ain't did it.
Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Lead Life Experience Podcast. Listen, you have Angie and Demetrius here. If you'd like to get your questions heard, don't forget to text us so we'll be able to know. 833-370-1608 and put relationship in the comment.
I want to say something too before you get started real good. Somebody just gave me a call, put a word in my ear. This podcast is sponsored by Dollar Nowhere. Activate your ego and start seeing life through a different set of lenses. So please shop dollarnowhere.com and get you a pair of dollars and start and activate your ego.
Yeah.
Hey, put it out there for them.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what people want to be wearing. They see them dollars on the line. I want to know.
Yeah,
Hey, we sponsor.
I get asked that. They ask, well, Angie, where you get those from? I never heard of them. So I was like, those people are new. I said, because if they follow us, they've been knowing the brand. But yeah, I think considering myself from the nightlife. So hey.
That's right. Get your pair of dollars and chill. Hey, Prime Time. Hey, he ain't got no dollar on. Hey, Prime, I get you a pair of these dollars, man, for you can see yourself from the nightlife. They giving you a hard time. I don't know what you wearing now. Them get your pair of
hater
dollars,
blockers.
Prime.
Hater blockers.
That's what it's called. Can't see my eye. All right, honey, let's go with it.
All right. We left off on, you said something that kind of still stimulated and probe another thought. So I think, again, we need to kind of break down money, because materialistic things does be held over your head as ransom, and it make men or women possessive. I don't, for Terrence, going back to the letter that was, that was emailed, I would think that, you just get out of prison, you really don't have much. Not everybody, because some people get out and they people still, held them down. But if you a person and you just need somebody to kind of step on, you need somebody to kind of be, put you back in position. We will use material things in order to get whatever you don't have, and whatever I have access to, we want it. So a lot of relationships are counterfeit, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I would use what I have in order to keep you. I'm especially saying this, especially for my professional women. Professional women, we are notorious for being in position, and we dating a man, we dating down, and we a date down, and we feeling like the more that we have or have to offer, this man has to treat us a certain way. Because, and the reason why I say that, because we'll use, this is what I have heard more successful women say: he dated me and I have all this. He left his home, he left his car, he left, the money, the access, he had all this. And Demetrius, do you remember when you and I reconciled? And only till you called my attention, you was like, Angie, you like taking care of me. I'm like, huh? I don't feel like I take care of man. So can you? So can you elaborate on that a little bit more?
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it was. I had lost my job at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And you came, when you got back together, but because I wasn't making the money what I used to making. Yeah. So you try to fit in the gap. If I was good, I wouldn't make it, but I can handle my business, but I had to work instead of working 5, I had to work 7 days, 12, 13 hours a day. And that you would try to take care of me, and that kind of bothered me. I'm like you liked that stuff to take care of me. I didn't want the woman taking care of me. I didn't want that.
But you needed help. You were not where you needed to be.
Yeah, but I was gonna figure it out. I'm a firm believer. I appreciate the help, but you trying to be over help. I'm like, wait a minute, calm down now. I can handle it. I need help on a few things, and you helped me out, but it seemed like you had got come like you've been doing that somewhere else prior to me. You've been helping somebody taking care of. But you ain't got to take care of me. I know to go hustle and do what I need to do.
You self-sufficient.
Yes, that's right. I'm self-sufficient. That's a good word to use for it. So yeah, it's money make the world go round, they say. But yeah, I didn't like that part about when you were doing that. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So
So
go ahead.
what do you think? I'm talking about adding to the conversation because men do it too. I felt like you did it. When I'm saying you, I'm speaking of like the younger you. You had the car, you had the kind of status in the community. Everybody wanted to be a fan of Tick Daddies. so, so you had when I'm saying access, I'm saying to things. You had, money. You came from a good family, so everybody know when Tick Daddy do it, he's gonna do it big. It was gonna be up. You raised the bar from what other people were used to. So, what can you say about that part? Of like you said, and you were dating down, you didn't go for you a professional woman that was in your tax bracket, so can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, I used my cars and my money, job I had. I I preyed on women that didn't have much, and I know that what they wanted. They wanted their life. They wanted the flesh of life. They wanted the life. They want to ride a nice car. They want to have a man that had money. So it was easy for me to prey on women like that, And men, it's still going today. Men do that today. It's still going today now. Men do that.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
but I'm saying that's why women should stop that. I mean, they think that's cute going around men looking for women just like that. But men get themselves in trouble too playing with, because you start to give them your money, you helping them, and then the woman get tired of it. She want to move. She want to be with somebody else. A lot of men ain't having that. That's where control come in. It.
yeah.
But so I didn't get to that point. Now I never got in that point because I kept a distance with these women. When I dealt with them like that, when I got tired of them, I just eased up. I really didn't spend no money on them like that. I spent money on me really, but they got to enjoy the fruit of the labor for me. I let to go to bars and drink, hang out. So they got to eat. So they got to, I won't do it anyway. I just let them join in with me.
Yeah.
I won't go around paying them lady bills. Now I knew better than that. I wasn't doing that. No. Hey, I might have dumped on $20 here and there. Or paid $400.
$20.
Back then, you
Oh,
talking
you
about
definitely spent more than $20.
hold on now. I say they got the fruits of the labor
Yeah, I
dealing with
heard
me going
it.
to eat. I spent more money then. I'm talking about just getting money away, trying to take my money and buy a woman like, hey, look at now, I'm a real man. So I pay your light bill, I pay your rent, your house payment, or your car payment. I never did that. Never had did that. I loaned some money for them, and a couple ladies gave it back, so I'm dead. But yeah, I paid. But women's on my level. I was kind of intimidated by them a little bit
But
because
that's what
I
that's
know
where
they
I'm
need
going.
me. Yeah, they really didn't need me. So I had to come up with a better game. That car was gonna do it, and that money would do it. I had to have a mouthpiece. I had some going in the right direction for them, to get with me.
To get their
So
attention. That's
yeah,
right.
that's right. Yeah. So like I say, them girls out now. I want now. Get me wrong now. I tried a couple of them. I got what I wanted, but they're like white material. But I ain't ready to get married, so I ain't ready to push the issue with me like that. I'm not going that way. Until I got to the point I ready to get married, then I started to, I came got 200 bunch, Yeah, I'm ready to settle down, but I started out
I
playing
don't know if
around.
that's an insult or not.
No, it's not in so 100 bunch. I, I was a bad man. I was,
I
but
get it.
but dudes out there right now doing it. And I'm telling them to stop. Quit trying to buy these women, trying to find these women that you think you got your money, and I know they're looking for it. They're chasing what they call it, clout chasing. They want that
Yeah.
clout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, leave them girls alone, man. Go for the woman, go give you a challenge. The one gonna say no. That's the one you're looking for. That's what you want. She probably got her own money. You don't need to spend your money on them girl, man. Cause you eventually you ain't gonna want them anyway. So you wasting your time, man. What you laughing at, honey bunch?
Now, just no, because I'm just looking back at some other letters that we have coming up, and some of them issued. And I think in this podcast we kind of did a 2-for-1. We talked about the possessive woman, talking about possessive man. We talking about materialistic things that they use as a bait to get you in. I have met several women, and that's what they accustomed to, and they can't understand, like, why am I always meeting a married man? Why am I always meeting a man that's attached? Why am I always meeting the man that's incarcerated? Why am I always meeting a man? And it's always that aroma that you putting off. And that's what people don't really realize. When you find yourself in the circle and that's all you seem to attract, you need to look and do that self-evaluation. Where is your worth relying? Are you relying, and I'm saying this even for my ladies that's on online dating, my worth was not, it was on the carousel in the jewelry store, whether you pick something low carousel in like Walmart, or whether you put yourself in a Dillard's or a Nordstrom's. If you want to go to a Louis Vuitton, well, the thing is, in Louis Vuitton, in all those high end stores, you very rarely see a carousel. Most of everything in those up level stores, they are behind the counter, and they touch it when they present it to you. They touching it with gloves on because they don't want their nasty little fingerprints. They have been molded that way, and if you have not molded somebody on the proper way to treat you, that's how you know you on a carousel. When you keep entering these premature relationships and you are letting yourself be attached to what you don't have. Hi, I apologize. I ran through some technical difficulties. Those are the things that people don't talk about. But hey, I left off when I was talking about having material, the love for material things, and how people will use it as ransom. Your love for money, your love for material stuff, just to have access to that person. So you allow yourself to be in dangerous situations. When I'm saying dangerous situations, as Demetrius stated, messing with taking a man money, thinking that you still can control them, or men giving women money and think that's a reason for them to stay put, for you to stay right there because hey, I'm paying your bills, I'm giving you a car to drive, I'm paying your rent, and you feel like you have access to me, or you feel like you can control me. So we're talking about controlling behaviors. And if you find yourself, hey, my issue's not a man, my issues might be something else. Maybe you might have a car, the place to stay. I know a lot of people use that. Well, Angie, I don't have nowhere else to go. But being able to put yourself in a self-sufficient way, that would help a whole lot. Being able, so Demetrius, can you talk about that? Talk about the opportunity that when you said about a man, he might be down on his luck right now, and how did you get yourself back in, a self-sufficient way?
Well, first thing, a man's an instinct. We're providers. Ever God put on the earth, a man is provider. You look at an animal, all animals like that. A male, he run the pack. You got a bunch of lions. You'll be a bunch of female, but one male lion, he run the pack. A couple, might be two or three male lion, but they run the pack. I mean, rabbits, any animal. So it says with a human. But a
Like
man,
that.
but with a man, I'm a provider. So cause I don't want the woman taking care of me. I just don't. It don't feel right. I mean, it's
But
nice.
some men do, especially if some men who are that's in the era of, they don't necessarily have a job, a physical 9 to 5. They might be hustling a little bit, while the woman work outside the home, so it's that community of people, as well. Because I know some big time, you know, pharmaceutical representatives, I'm gonna call them that for the street term, and they, had the money, so they didn't do anything, or they worked, they hustle at nighttime, or, but again, you want to put yourself in position to be self-sufficient.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying. But like I say, as me being a man, I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna take care of my family. But that come with women. You get some men that take care of the house. They go to work. They take care of the car payment, rent, everything, do everything. And they mind that what would a woman want to leave them? They doing all this for these women, doing all this stuff for them. They don't see the other things they ain't doing. Like say, they ain't leading the right way. Maybe they working so much they ain't taking them on date night. They don't see all they see that they provide, a home, you know, the luxury of cars, pocketbooks. They go out to eat. The women go out to eat with a friend, and they think, why would she want to leave him? But some women, they want more than that. It ain't about money.
They do.
A man got to know that it ain't about money. So then a woman want to leave him, then when it get dangerous, and a woman the same way. She taking care of a man. She cooking for him, clean the house. She might be having sex with him, getting all the sex he want. But what she probably ain't doing, she ain't putting no money on the table. She ain't happy with him.
Mm-hmm.
Man struggling to pay his bill. She ain't happy. She need to go get a job. So he could go the first woman that can help him. He could probably go leave. So that thing go both ways. And
Yeah.
I advise everybody. There's no money. You got money, but money can't buy your way out of you because you can do all that, man. You can take care of the kid, send them on vacation. That don't mean nothing to them. You got to ask some more time. I listen to preacher the other day. He was talking about, you know, his kid, he gave him a good life. And he said that Thanksgiving and Christmas, he cooked dinner for him all the time. He wanted to cook for him all the time. Give him a good meal. And one time, he took time to take 3 or 4 days to cook that food, get it right. A Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinners. And one time they came to the house with McDonald's and made, he couldn't understand. It just kind of like, put him in a situation like he couldn't believe it. And he said, he asked him, he said, why? He said, why y'all do that? You know how I cook this food? He said, what y'all? He said, Daddy, that don't mean nothing to us. We saw him a preacher. We all getting food all the time. We all getting food from people bringing food to us and cooking like that. Say, all I want for Christmas is spend time with you, be with you. So he didn't realize because he thought that meant the world to them kids. No, that didn't mean to him. That's why a relationship the same way with a woman. A man pay the bill, he pay the house payment, he buy groceries, he buy pocketbooks, he buy clothes, he let her go shopping, he give his credit card, and he think they can control her. It don't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't work like that, man. So you mean in this podcast, who's going there right now? I'm telling you, it ain't gonna work, bro. You gotta come at something better than that. I mean, you gotta put time with her. Go out to eat with her. Take her somewhere. You spend time with her. Put time with your kid. Take your kids places. Go to the kids' football games with the mama. I mean, stuff like that'll change a relationship quick.
Yeah.
Money ain't the answer to everything. Man, I'm coming on now. Money got a lot to do with it now. I ain't saying it now. But it's more than money. More than money.
Yeah. I agree. And I'm speaking, it's when I'm speaking from just people in general. So if somebody asks, listen to this podcast and they asking, my situation, or, of course, it's being able to put yourself in a situation. Maybe your situation might not be money. Maybe your situation might just be time. And I think we often get it confused. And this goes, universal. Friendship. Being able to everybody has to feel appreciated. I told you all, especially a woman, the 3 components: attention, affection, and appreciation. If you give a woman those 3 things, she can rule the world in a relationship. I'm saying that even in a friendship, some friendships are one-sided, that you already know how this person is, so you go and you do a lot of catering. I personally am not the person for those particular relationships. If you need a lot, I'm not the person for that type of relationship. If I do more giving, I'm not the person for that relationship, because I'm not a person, when God rearranged my life from having to be so addicted and cliquish with friends, he taught me how to be by myself. Some people can't be by themselves. So when you look at it and you say, oh, well, my life is not materialistic, maybe you are the possessive one, like as Terrence talked about. Maybe you might not be in a relationship, but your friendships, you're doing it. In your work life, you're doing it. You always have those over excellers in the workforce. But they not in a relationship. They gonna have all the high achieves, because they have made it, been accustomed to having success. But when it comes to a relationship, they'll get an E. Or no, they get an F. They get an F, not an E.
You'll give them F on the butt.
It is now, because that's what I'm saying. Because Demetrius, they don't know how to being able to nurture a relationship. When you see women, and when the women only all they have is counterfeit, relation, they just have encounters. They don't have a relationship. They just having encounters with different men, tell them what this one did. And at one time, I used to think that when my friends would tell me that, I would think like, darn girl, you living a life. You living a life, you got, this one, that one. You living a life. And what I did know is secretly, they was wanting the stability. I'm not talking about, the fuss and the fighting that, but people want somebody that they can call. People want somebody that they get, like you said, Demetrius, somebody come in the house, they need to know that man gonna get up and go and handle it.
That's
So
right.
being able to put yourself in position to say, I don't want to just be a side piece or a mistress. Some women are okay with doing that. Some men are okay with doing that. They don't care about you having a mate. They don't want the responsibility no way. They don't want the headache anyway. But some people, it's still dangerous because you can be married and all you have to do is shows out there such a snap for my man, that TV show For My Man. Look at what these women was willing to do for a man. Look how naive and insecurities have came and played that relationship. They got you want to talk about, and it goes both ways. Look up Black Girl Unlost on YouTube. The lady that's doing that commentary of these young black successful women. Men couldn't take it. Friends couldn't take they couldn't take seeing her succeed. So they would rather just offer her, unlive her, than to be able to go out there and excel, in life instead of being sufficient. Some people are so jealous and have so much malice in their heart. They don't want to see you succeed. If you the brightest light in the room, then it's time for you to get around some other showstoppers. That way you can not only humble yourself, but to learn, because the other showstoppers, this is what I learned. When I paid for access, Demetrius, I got treated a different kind of way. But when I went to the free, when I went to the lower level environments, I got treated just like an option. I got treated like everybody else. But when I started up leveling and it came at an investment, Demetrius, my life began to change. My mindset began to change. The conversations are different.
Yeah.
So being able to meet you a man or a woman, Demetrius said it earlier, the women that he had to date that was on his level, income wise, it was too much of a challenge because they was expecting him to raise the bar. They was expecting, they had to look past money and status because he had to come with something else greater. So this is what this podcast is for. If you find yourself in a situation, quit dating down, quit dating people that you feel like you don't have the potential with, and grow. You should want to grow. When people have found themselves outgrowing somebody, it's time to exit. All right, Demetrius.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna close this up. Hey, like you saying, I had this lady tell me one time. She with this dude, and the dude was a good dude. She told me he was a good man, and he did everything right. And I asked her, I say, well, why you left him there? He did all that. So I grew him, and I say, oh my. So I made sure the woman I grow me. So I guess I went to women that when they try to grow, they will go outgrow me. They might grow a little bit, but cause I was intimidated by different women, that had stuff like say it's on my level. I told you that, I wasn't scared of them, but I know how to come right. All of those crazy talking ain't gonna work. So I'm gonna leave this here with Terrence. Terrence, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, the woman you got, I think she a bad woman. I don't know your old lady, but you need to talk to her and see where she coming from, what she been through in her life, what gonna happen to her, and she ain't got no story to tell you. You better look at her. She's accusing you or something. Think you doing something. You better watch up, man. Hey, I ain't say watching her. Watching her. You might need to get out of the relationship, man. I don't know, cause I ain't there, but I know it can be fixed. But she need to get some help, and you need to help her with it. Sit down and talk to her, and get her to talking, man. Y'all over dinner, y'all eating, drinking a little wine, and get her to talking, man, and see what happens. Maybe she had a bad relationship, and let her know you got her back. It ain't gonna be like that with you. You got her, man. So you're gonna take care of her. Just trust you. You got to put her guard down. And watch how I move. And she can tell. She watch you good enough. If you're doing the right thing, she can tell you straight up do. So I just want to add to that, man. I'm gonna let Honey Bunch close it out with what she got to say. But Terry, man, good luck, man. Thank you for reaching out to us, man. and you got some friends want to ask her something, or your old lady want to reach out, might have something you might not tell her everything, Terry. She might want to reach out and tell her side of the story. But man, thank you again, man, for reaching out. Go ahead, Honey Bunch.
All right, listen. I think Demetrius, you said it all, so nothing else to add. I think
Okay.
when I talked to previous, I did enough. So again, you all, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and follow on all your streaming platforms, and being able to get a comment, being able to give us a comment or on your topic. That, again, if you want to remain anonymous, you can do that as well. Or you want to just email us, you can email us at follow us on Facebook. You can put it in our inbox, or being able to make email, the Lead Podcast at leadlifeexperience.com.
Hi, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the episode so far. You are here with the Lead Life Experiences. And remember, if you want to get your topics discussed or get our opinion or our perspective, join us text us at 833-370-1608 and put relationships in the comment.